as I don't think we have Dano Polish Jr. with us. Well, these guys are getting ready to grid up here. We'd like to welcome everybody here into the broadcast booth tonight. Daniel, you got me?
I got it loud and cleared, buddy.
Scared me for a minute. We're getting ready to go grid up, but before we do that, Daniel, let's talk about the points tonight.
Yeah, so basically everybody that has known SCL or is new to SCL for the point situation throughout this whole season, it doesn't matter if you win, you're in. It's not that type of format in the SCL Winston Cup Series. We're going to go back all the way to 2011, if you can believe it or not. That is a very long time ago. That's more than a decade now. And 2011, man, it doesn't matter if you win because it's not going to put you in the playoffs. What matters is where you finish every race. Instead of DNFing, you don't want to DNF because that will hurt you, but you want to finish every position better or consecutively get those top 3 finishes, get those top 5 finishes, because every point is going to matter. And, you know, this is what it all comes down to, Alan, is a championship race at Atlanta. It's not on the old Atlanta, but it's on the new Atlanta, which means we're going to see drafting, we're going to see wrecks. So if I was in the top 3 in the championship, I'd be probably hanging out in the background a little bit, and then
All right.
championship tonight.
Well, hey, that was pretty good there, Daniel. But we're going to get ready to go take a look at our track facts before we go start the grid here. It is a cool 68 degrees with a 61% humidity, cloudy sky tonight with a wind of 11 miles an hour. We're going to go right to our grid on the pole tonight in that number 18 car is going to be Johnny Wood Jr. To his outside, taking the outside pole tonight will be Caden Quaffle. Or, sorry. These guys get all sorted out here.
I mean, am I reading this right? We do have a Quapple in this field?
We do have a Quaffle. Austin Call will be on your pole. Kyle Campbell will be to his outside. And row number 2 will be Derek Wegman. Starting on the inside. To his outside will be Nasser Navarrete. Johnny Wood Jr. will be starting in the 5th position. Caden Quaffle, a.k.a. Carson Quaffle, will be starting to his outside there in row number 3. We'll talk to him just a little bit later on. Stephen Johnson will be starting 7th. Michael Maddow will be starting 8th. Todd Merkel will be starting 9th. Maxwell Cardwell will be starting in that 10th position. Starting 11th will be Tristan Love, Jonathan K-Spear, and Daniel. They are not wasting any time in getting this one going here. And these guys creepy call down the back straight away. And getting ready to come to that Skyco restart zone as the iRacing.com pace car peels off of the pit road, and we are getting ready to go green. Austin Call on the pole, and we are green flag racing here in Atlanta. These guys are taking it down the front straightaway.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing them get into that drafting style here at Atlanta. And with this draft, Alan, it's you're not completely full on the gas. You know, you're basically half throttle, half on the brake, because if you go full throttle, you're going to run into the guy in front of you. So it's a really kind of like Daytona and Talladega, as I like to say. Had a kid and now it's Atlanta, but you're not full throttle.
No, you're not. You're not full throttle, not at all. As we are going to go, and you know, we're 2 wide, 2 by 2, like Noah's Ark, and you know that's the thing is that those, you know, man, here we go, a little bit 3 wide. Actually, don't want to go too soon. We're 3 laps. We got 100 laps to go tonight, and Basically, you just want to take your time and be patient.
Well, with these drivers now working their way here, going on lap number 4, coming out of turn number 4, going down the front straightaway. You're seeing it right there, that outside line. They're blocking the inside outside. They're trying to slow down that run so they can control this lead. And that's what you want to do here, leading at Atlanta.
You're not wrong there. We got Steven Johnson leading us back. Then you got Kyle Campbell in that 03 car. And in that number 96 car, you got Carson Quaffle. Oh man, this is going to be a fun one. Michael Madden in that 16 car. But right now, we're going to watch the 7 car of Justin Lewis, who's back there in line, who has his sights set on getting that lead and winning that championship tonight.
Well, I mean, Alan, if you were in the top 3 points, I'm sure you'd be up in the front, right?
Well, you're not wrong.
But, I mean, these drivers that are in the top 3 competing for this championship, everything could go south for them. You know, if they get involved in a wreck and they only have one repair, fast repair. So, I mean, then they're really on a bench here. I mean, do you really want to push it, risk it for a biscuit, as I like to always say, and get yourself up to the front aggressively, but possibly wreck yourself, and then you're not going to have a great car? Or do you just want to lay back, you know, in the back of the pack and let these guys battle out until it's time to make that move?
Risk it for a biscuit. Well, I don't know. You kind of want to just like lay in the back and until it's time to make that move. You know, you got to treat it like a Daytona or Talladega.
Well, you're not wrong there, Alan. And you know, when you're a championship driver, you know, you might see the other 2 guys up in front, but you know, you try not to think about it. You know, you just go out there and race. But as a race car driver, this is the one race where they're counting the laps. That's because they're fighting for a championship. They know how many laps are left, when to make that move, and then they'll go make that move. Uncompared to like other races earlier on in the season where they, you know, they're not even thinking about laps. They're just racing and trying to get that win.
Yeah, for sure. And you're going to see a couple of these cars go white as ready to paint my end decides it wants to update the paint schemes here and finally get the correct cars on the racetrack for everybody to see these beautiful machines go around this, you know, 1.5 super speedway, if you will.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Atlanta. I heard it was a really fun track to go to. Have you ever been there?
I have not been there. My father has been here. He came back when 1989 when Rusty Wallace had won the championship. So.
Holy moly, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, I was like a little bitty tyke.
Well, if you look on the left side of your pylon right now, you're going to see everybody who's inside the top 10 is your normals. You got Johnny Wood Jr., 3-time champion of the series, Maxwell Caldwell, Todd Merkel, Jonathan Casebeer. One driver I want to focus on. I know we're going to say it a lot here tonight, but it's Carson Quaffle there, a.k.a. Kane Quaffle. But he's sitting there inside the top 3 competing with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there. You know, he's going for the win. He really has nothing to lose here as he's just riding that inside line. And, you know, like I said, if we get a caution, we're definitely going to have a talk with him and see how he's doing, see how this compares to the real life thing.
Well, I mean, he was really close to winning at Dover, I'll tell you that.
He was very close to winning at Dover.
I mean, this ain't the first for me that I broadcasted a race with a NASCAR driver, but what's his name? Carson Hocevar jumped in our server one time.
Look, I've seen Carson Hocevar run a dirt super light model, not only at the Gateway Dirt Nationals here in St. Louis, Missouri, but nonetheless, we're on lap 13, and you know, I don't want to give the announcers jinxed too early, but this race
The curse.
has a real possibility of going green all the way through. So we're going to be mindful of that too, Daniel.
Well, here's the thing, Alan. They're probably just settle in, taking it lap by lap, seeing how the car's handling, seeing how tire wears are, seeing how, these drivers are around them, because you don't know how these drivers draft along with you until you get in a few laps. See who's really the aggressive pushers. You're always going to see those drivers that are aggressive pushers up towards the front. You're going to see more of those lean back guys towards the back. So, but you don't know who's going to win. The anticipation ramps up past halfway. That's always how it's been here at Atlanta. And when it's like 20 laps to go, it's 20 laps to go because you start seeing them making 3 wide passes. They're getting more aggressive pushes. Cars go around, they flip, spin. So I think the anticipation for that is going to be towards the end. But for right now, I think they're just trying to see how their car's feeling and who's a good pusher and who's not a good pusher.
Yeah, and so, it's a mile and a half, like you said, and I don't want to be repeating you, but I mean, it's like Talladega and Daytona gave birth to Atlanta. And I want to remind everybody that the out of bounds rule is definitely in effect tonight here, all the way around the speedway. So, as if you would see it in real life, you cannot go down below the red line and make a pass forward. Now you can go down the red line, below the red line, and fall backwards to the back, and do it that way. As Caden Waffle has a good drafting partner with Kyle Campbell, and that's one guy. These guys are definitely going to learn from to figure out how to get around this track.
Here you're seeing right there the 96 of Kane Quapple right there on the bumper of the 03 of Colin Campbell. And you're seeing right there, those top 4, they're all staying single file, top 5 staying single file. And, if you're on that outside line, you're pretty much stuck there. I mean, look at the 44 Steven Johnson. He has nowhere to go. He's going to have to get more help on the outside line. He's going to want to get up to the front. So if, the 750 or 14 decide to go up, that's going to give them the momentum to get up towards the front. But, I mean, if they're going to stay organized like this on the inside, that outside's going to struggle.
So we'd like to thank everybody here in the YouTube.com live chat. Give us a like, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so that way you can be notified every time that SRM Media goes on air. And we're 20 laps into this event, and right now we got Mars saying first, Jonathan Casebeer saying game over. The Allen Experience, which is myself, says upstart to the party. Rhett Wood is pulling for Johnny Wood. Whitney Johnson with the rocket emoji. Whitney Johnson again with the good luck to everybody. Let's go. Nick Johnson says good luck drivers. Scott Matta says Atlanta is a great track. Michael and I both did races last year. Great venue. Phil Sully says great. The broadcast is the best teamwork I've ever seen yet. Great job. And let's go Ronnie Hurst. And make sure you guys shout out those drivers that you're rooting for, and we'll get them plenty of screen time tonight. As we got about 79 laps to go. If my math is mathing here tonight, so.
Look at the 03 and the 96. So they have fallen back that outside. Got past them, had the momentum, and now look where they're sitting. They're sitting just outside the top 10.
Yeah, and so you're going to have that all night. You're going to have comers or goers, and by all means, we're, like I said, we're 22 laps into this piece. And, I want to touch on last week's race when we saw Justin Lewis, just absolutely obliterate Lilith Peters' lead, as she is not in the field tonight, but Justin Lewis gets that win last week, and here we are.
Look at the outside. Look at the 6 of Jonathan K-Spear now going up to that top side. Now trying to get that outside going once again. But you're seeing that inside starting to struggle a little bit. They're going to have to start pushing, being a little more aggressive if they want to get up towards the front. But already here on lap 24, coming to lap 24, I mean, this is going pretty fast, Alan.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I don't want to, look, I'll be a self-admit, I don't want to fangirl right now, but OMG.
There you go. Oh, look at that accordion effect on the inside.
Hey, look, that's what you want to do here. You want to bump draft.
Oh, look at that 23. He's loose with the 94 Maxwell Caldwell. We're 3 wide off of 4.
We're almost 4 wide, Daniel. We're almost 4 wide. I mean,
Steven Johnson out to the lead.
Look, I've called plenty of races where these things have been, especially here. This is one of those tracks I feel like you go either way. JD Wood says, let's go 750. And that's the 750 of Johnny Wood Jr., who's up there running that second spot right now. Daniel, we're going to go on board here with Johnny Wood Jr., driver out of Mooresville, North Carolina. And you can see just how close he's getting to Steven Johnson's back bumper. And here comes Derek Wegman, though.
Well, look at Wegman. He's going to look like he's going to get the outside. He does. He's going to get that help from Jonathan K-Spear. Now we're going back to the inside. Whoa, baby.
That's all right. That's all right. Only lap 27. Here's a really good angle of this guy's bump drafting.
Well, I mean, that inside's very well organized, so that's helping them a lot.
And you can see that still 2 distinct lines.
Look at that 14 falling back now side by side with the 44. Steven Johnson's coming off at turn number 4. Here comes Steven Johnson.
Here comes Steven Johnson working that outside. He's about 3rd in line. And right now, just outside of the top 10 there in 11th, which I don't think he'll stay there for long, is your points leader, Justin Lewis. Who, Daniel, will remind us, how many points behind is he?
Well, let's just see. He is about... Can't find it. Why can't I find it?
He is 44 points behind. 45 points behind.
I was going to say, from the stuff that I'm looking at, it looks like 45 to 46 points behind. Yeah. That's a pretty big gap to make up. So,
and that's
he's going to have to go out there.
And that should be the points to Johnny Wood Jr.
He's going to have to fight hard here tonight. Look at the 44, Steven Johnson. He is going to have to decide what lane to block. There goes the 750 Johnny Wood Jr. to the outside, trying to get that run. But the 92 and 44 are hooking bumpers, and they're pushing their way. Now there goes the 92 to the inside of the 44, going down the back straightaway.
Oh, boy. Here it comes. And I believe that is Isaac Love there in that 62 car. I believe it. Somebody's in it. No, that's Isaac Lowe. Steven Johnson.
Here comes the 96, Alan. They're working their way back up.
That is Campbell. Kyle Campbell in that 03 car is solidly out to the lead right now. And it looks like that may be Adam Lowe in that number. Oh, we got a caution out. Holy smokes. First
I heard
caution
something.
of the night just popped off. As we try to go decipher what it was. Adam Brady shows up here.
Let's see there he is. Just working his way.
Hold on 1 second here. We are going to do something just a
In
little
that 21
bit.
machine.
We're going to run this back here. As I break the fourth wall there. And then we're going to go find Mr. Adam here. Well, it looks like he just got a little bit loose. And let's go back up there and... Well, the replay decided they were going to malfunction. But we're going to go back to the live picture here. Kyle McCartney, or Adam Brady rather, in that 21 car stays out. Kyle McCartney. Wow, I am really bad at names tonight.
Well, Alan, the cars are they're coming down pit road right now. They're getting their service, getting their tires, getting their fuel. So they should be going here on a long green flag run coming up.
So look, we're 36 laps into this race, and what I want you to do, Daniel, is I want you to, let's see if we can't talk to our points leader, Johnny Wood Jr. right now, as he's coming off of pit road.
Well, let's just go get Johnny Wood Jr.
That would be awesome.
Hey, Johnny Wood Jr., it's Daniel and Alan in the SRM booth. You got us. Hey, Johnny Wood Jr., it's Daniel and Alan in the SRM booth. You got a copy?
He may not have a copy.
I think he's pretty much focused in on racing right now.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and send him on out.
So we'll put him back in his office and let's see what he can do here when we go back to green. But Alan, this is an interesting race so far, I must say. A really good race.
So look, we went caution finally on lap, I want to say 31 or so. 34 rather. So I mean, we ran 30 plus laps on that stint of tires here. And everybody came down and made wholesale pit stops. So we're just about to halfway here. Lap 51 is going to be halfway. So let's see here. That would be lap 34 is when we went caution. As Carson Quaffle is going to line up on the front row with Kyle Campbell. And Daniel, you're going to bring us back to green, my friend.
Hey, I must say one thing. I think we might have a spoil winner here tonight. I think it's going to be Carson Quaffle. Just my opinion. He's been inside top 3 all, since the beginning. So here we go again into the Geico restart zone. These drivers are getting ready to go green. We are going to go back to racing here at Atlanta.
Well, I can tell you right now. Carson Quapple, Kyle Campbell, down to the Geico Restart Zone. We are at Green Flag Racing. And Daniel, if you jinx Mr. Quapple, I will email Dale Jr. on his download and tell him that you gave him the jinx.
Hey, I'm not giving no jinx out tonight. I threw those jinx down the river last week.
Well, here we go. Kyle Campbell and Johnny Wood Jr., who we just tried to talk to. Got a 3-car breakaway. Here comes Todd Merkel on the inside looking for that position. Ooh, the 55. It's Brendan Canoyer. He's going to get into the wall just a little bit.
Just a little love tap. That's all it was.
I mean, that might be enough of a love tap that it hurts your car a little bit.
Yeah, it might hurt the aerodynamic a little bit, yeah.
61 laps to go. Working lap 39. When we come back around, it'll be 60 laps even. 60 laps to go even here. Wow. You know, that's my favorite view, Daniel. Whenever those cars come screaming away the wall.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to do, Daniel. We are going to
Go for it.
We are going to crank. We're going to step aside. And
okay,
we're going to have the viewers crank it up.
I like the sound of that. Let's do it.
As we are working lap 45 of 100, we have 55 left to go here in the season finale of season 37 of the Sunday Cup League Winston Cup Series. I'm Alan Bergen along with Daniel Paulus Jr. tonight, and we have had an absolute barn burner here. As right now, as it's, you know, we're coming through the field, it's anybody's race so far. Johnny Wood Jr. riding in that 5th spot, but second place in points is back there in the 14th spot. Anything can happen. riding on that outside line. He's in the lead right now. Johnny Wood Jr. not budging from his game plan. We've only had one caution period tonight, and that came on lap 34. I actually want to say lap 35. But right now, these guys are still in the same kind of pack that they were when we started this thing.
They're still doing what they've been doing for the last 48 laps, and that is following the leader here at Atlanta Motor Speedway with the 44 Steven Johnson. And Alan, once the 44 got out to the lead, he's been controlling the lead, and nobody's been really getting past him. So, I mean, maybe this is the 44's night.
Well, I mean, if you're not Johnny or Justin right now, I mean, as we got 51 laps to go, you really it really becomes a pride thing. You want to get that last, race under your belt of the season, and then that way you carry that momentum into next year, and you come out swinging nonetheless. Right now, Kyle Campbell on that inside line, making it work, trying to pull that power move. He's got Todd Merkel with him, and he's got Carson Quaffle also, or Caden Quaffle, rather I should say. He's a Quaffle, and OMG, here comes Michael Matta. He's on that outside line, about 33 cars back, and really, Caden Quaffle has not really been outside of the top 10 all night long. He's kind of been hanging in there, running with these guys, as 26 cars signed in, but I believe 24 of them actually made the call, as I believe 25 and 26 are essentially your race control drivers. So we got a little 3-wide action there, and that number 58 car to his outside of Quaffle, and that number 96 car. No one's really running that extreme outside line, Daniel.
No, it's looking like the inside line is a little more preferred, but if you're going to make the outside work, you got to be very well organized, get those good pushers up there, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, I would be remiss to say that, but we're essentially 48 laps to go here in the season finale from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody in the YouTube.com live chat. It came out tonight and watched these guys do battle here. And Daniel, I'm not gonna lie, I like the point system the way it is now, now that we've seen the playoffs. And I do like the fact that we do not go stage racing in this series.
Well, the whole thing about stage racing is, it makes it more exciting, I would say, stage racing. Just because, everybody's going to be battling for those points. You can see drivers make moves, could cause a wreck or two. But that's really good about points racing and stage racing. But this, we don't have any stages. We go from green to checkered right away. So these drivers are consistently battling on track. They're not getting a caution or two for the stages. They just go right through, which is really smart, so it doesn't disrupt their office work, as I like to call it, behind the wheel. But they're doing an excellent job so far here tonight, and they're not doing that snake line formation. They're still battling side by side with everybody.
Well, so everybody came to pit road on, lap 35, and so we got about 60 or 21 laps on these guys. On these tires right now, as we're getting ready to come to 43 to go. So I believe they're going to go one more pit stop. But the question is, Daniel, will it be under green or will it be under caution?
That question's up in the air right now. If you want my honest opinion, I think we might see a green flag pit stop this time around.
You know what? I would love to see a green flag pit stop. And right now, as we're kind of watching Johnny Wood Jr., he's your points leader right now coming into tonight. But Justin Lewis back here, who's riding in the 16th position, would probably need Johnny Wood Jr. to have a very bad night, you know, or like a computer failure, something that would knock him out of his race. Not that he would wish anything bad on Johnny Wood Jr., but in the back of his mind, he's kind of got everything to win. He really has nothing to lose and everything to gain. But Johnny Wood Jr. up there in the front has everything to lose and nothing to gain, as we are coming to 41 laps to go here, approaching lap 60. And we've only had one caution for cause tonight, and that was back on lap 34. And we are
Question is out
under our
second
time, and it looks like there's 3 of them, so we'll go and see who it was. Oh wow! Mr. Navarre got into it. Maxwell Caldwell collected. Trevor Dalton. As we're gonna go ahead and run this back. There's Trevor Dalton in that 27 car. Gets collected, has nowhere to go. Wow, caution number 2 comes at that expense there. Wow, and that's gonna ruin a night of so many drivers.
96 got away with 750 to 2. All those guys are good.
Oh, they're more than good.
Driver down there on the inside, crab walking.
That would be the 27 car of Trevor Dalton, who had nowhere to go. The 14 car was there, and just got turned. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to go ahead and do this now. Daniel, I believe you got more rights than I do up here in the booth, so go ahead and get Mr. Quapple, since he is out there on the racetrack still, and we'll talk to him.
Hey, I would love to. Alright, let's bring in Carson Quapple to the booth. Hey, Carson Quapple, it's Daniel Paulus Jr. and Alan Bergen in the Sim Racing Media Broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
Well, how is the racing tonight? Because it's pretty entertaining for us, and especially watching you come into tonight's event. We're looking at maybe a new surprise winner, and that could be you tonight.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it here and just having fun. Right now I'm trying to save fuel. I probably didn't take enough fuel. Sitting here about 4 laps to the good is all, so trying to save as much as I can, and hopefully you can get behind somebody. You can just 3/4 throttle it the rest of the way.
Well, we're seeing aggressive pushing going on throughout this race so far. What is your idea and plan forward to go possibly win this race tonight? And tell us, how is your car handling?
Yeah, it's handling pretty good right now. We've been pushing pretty hard, but at the same time we've all been just trying to get to lap 100, I guess. There's really only one shot at it. Once you wreck, you lose your fast repair. So just trying to make sure we stay in position and are there at the end.
All right, well,
real quick,
thank you for the time. Alan, do you have any questions?
I do, Carson. Hey, look, I told my broadcast partner, Daniel, I said, look, if you jinx this guy, I am going to literally email his boss and tell him that you jinxed him.
He better not. We better end up clean here.
No, but anyways, hey man, I'm glad you dropped in, and You know, do you feel that your presence gives these guys, as we get ready to go back to green, gives these guys a like a sense of, hey, maybe if we can beat Carson Quaffle on a sim, maybe he's you know, maybe we can, you know, does the I guess what I'm trying to say, does the competition kind of ramp itself up?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, at the same time, I still pack wheel bearings on the weekdays, so just hopefully so. But looks like we're going green, so I'll have to let y'all go.
All right, buddy. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
As Daniel Paulus brings him down to his team, we are getting ready to go green flag racing. Quaffle on the inside with the start, and we are green flag racing. Wow.
Well, there he goes. There goes the 96. All of the inside, going into turn number 1, battling side by side there for the lead. Right behind him, we have the 39 of Derek Wegman there. Also, he's going to have to give that push, but just not enough energy. That 58 of M. Lowe, just look at that, riding the bumper
Well, here
of
comes
that lead car.
Here comes Justin Lewis in that 7 car. That's kind of like what he did last week.
Wow.
Wow, he just jumped from the outside lane to the inside lane. All in
Easy.
one fail swoop. But
I don't know. That was a pretty risky move there from the 7 of Justin Lewis. But last time I saw Justin Lewis, we were on the old configuration season finale. He won that race. And, I mean, here he is. It's high top 3, new configuration. Once again, legitimate threat to winning this race.
well, look, it's a drafting type track. Daniel, you can even mention side draft, and no one's gonna go to town.
Yeah, well, let's see if any of that will happen. Can the 39 side draft the 6? I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Well, they're not side drafting right now, Daniel. But what they are doing is they are 2x2. If your name's not Adam or Justin, you're 2x2, like you're going to Noah's Ark. And wow, Justin Lewis goes to the outside line. Whoa, hey, hello. Adam Lowe says, hey, join me on the bottom. Because here comes Carson Quaffle on the inside line, trying to make it work. And right now, Justin Lewis is about as indecisive as I am when I'm at an all-you-can-eat buffet, trying to find out which line he wants to get in. There's another great shot of that. Of your race leader right there, up 13 spots. Right now, Johnny Wood Jr. riding back there in that 9th position as they got the whole family in the Wood household watching Johnny Wood Jr. muscle that car and try to bring home this championship here tonight. We have 20 or 31 laps to go here. Left in season 37 of the Sunday Cup League. We try to find battles here back in the field. And everybody's kind of like moving around, jockeying for position right now. Justin Lewis finds himself back there in that 8th position right now as these guys are just swapping the lead. Right now your leader is Jonathan Casebeer in that number 6 car. As these guys are trying to figure out whether they want the inside line or the outside line. Steven Johnson going to take a ride, get himself an Atlanta stripe here on lap 71.
with Jonathan Casebeer in the 6 machine, gaining 11 spots, now having the lead here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, with the 39 Derek Wegman right behind him. Everybody is staying good and clean. 2 cautions for the night so far here on lap 72, Alan. Laps are winding down here fast. And man, I don't even know who to look at right now because they're all looking for different lines to use to get those runs to get up towards the front.
Well, you mentioned side draft there, Daniel. And Justin Lewis just side drafted Derek Wegman, kind of slow him down, and that's going to allow him to catch up to Steven Johnson there in that 44 car as they come off of turn 4 and down into the quad oval. And now Steven Johnson is going to jump to that outside line as they got 2 lap cars in front of him. So Jonathan Casebeer's got a decision to make, and so does the inside line as they try to become like the Spice Girls and be 2 becomes 1. Daniel, that song is way before your time.
Sure is. Hey, I like this Aflac machine here. Look at that, Austin calling the Aflac machine.
Well, hey, I mean, look, he did.
Aflac.
You did that a little too good. Here, 25 laps to go here in this one. Left in the season. Austin call in that Aflac machine. You know, in National Fairgrounds, our first race together, Daniel, he was in the Spirit Airline car. So I wonder if he essentially, you know, says, you know what? If you watch YouTube, you know. Watch YouTube shorts of the Spirit Airline guy. And I say that to say this because, you know, I like to share some of those with the chief cook of bottle washer here at SRM, Jonathan Leach. As he is, you know, he wears air traffic control. And I asked him one night, I said, do you have those arguments in real life? He goes, sometimes they don't listen.
Well, there you go.
But right now, the driver does not listen.
62. He's in the wall. That's Isaac Love falling back.
We still agree, though. Right now, Carson Waffle drops back to that 10th position. And I gotta wonder, Daniel, is this a strategy move on Carson's part? Or...
Hey, he might be falling back saying, you know what, this guy's getting a little too aggressive. I'm going to stay back out of this mess. It's not time yet. We're getting close to 20 laps to go. We have 22 laps to go here. So, I mean, no. 32 laps.
Well, look.
But anyway.
You don't get to the Xfinity Series on anything, whether it be iRacing, real life, or whatever, by...
Right.
Whoa, hello.
Oh,
Big
man.
wiggle.
He got help there from the 750. Johnny Wood Jr.
Now
Flag is out. 3rd caution of the night.
And let's see who it calls for. I don't see anybody wrecking on timing and scoring here.
Neither do I. I don't.
There's 19 laps to go.
Interesting.
And I tell you what, though, that's going to be a great opportunity to go ahead and try to grab...
Get your final pit stop?
Well, that too. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait these guys out.
Right.
We're going to talk to second place with points after they come out of their pit stop. And actually, might even do something a little bit different, but let's see what happens with these guys. Do they go in or not? I mean, you only got 20 laps to go. We got a couple takers.
There goes that Aflac machine. There goes the Abilene machine, Aflac machine. You got a couple drivers coming down
what
the
I
road.
want to do, Daniel, is see if race control can hop in for an interview and we'll see what the heck happened there.
See. we can bring them in. Race control. Hey, Carlos, it's Alan Daniel. You got us.
Howdy, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing fine. We're just wondering, what was that caution all about? It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so if you look at 79, turn 2 from the 92's perspective, looks like there was a bit of a checkup in front, and 3 cars just got together, unfortunately. I'm looking at it right now, trying to figure out exactly who hit who in what order, so I can apply the correct penalty. But it looks like all 3 cars came together at the exact same time, like a Newton's cradle.
Okay, okay.
Well, Carlos, this is Alan with SRM, and I tell you what, man, these races right here with 3 cautions or less, this makes your job a whole lot easier.
You'd be surprised, because there's been a lot of incidents that are not bringing out the yellow, but I'm gonna have to look at afterward, and sometimes the cautions make it a little bit easier on figuring out who's at fault, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because usually if it's a big enough wreck that something happens where there's a caution, it's easy to figure out. Give me just 1 second here, boys. I gotta announce the penalty. We're just gonna be calling this a racing incident.
Oh, that's perfect. As we wait for the race controller to announce the penalty, or announce that it was a racing incident. Jonathan Casepier is your race leader. Michael Matta is on his outside, as we are getting doubled up 2 by 2 behind the pace car. And Daniel, I will let you quickly finish this interview with race control. As well, we go ahead and send him back down to his office. We're getting ready to come back to the room. 19 laps to go from Atlanta, and Daniel, I would be, it's not an easy job being race control.
No, it's not, because, you gotta handle the penalizations with care and respect. You can't just hand penalties out like, no, tomorrow. That's just not how it works. You gotta carefully look back at the footage, see what caused the incident, who caused it, why it happened. There's so much that goes into it, so they don't have an easy job, I'll tell you that. But, it's part of their job. They have to hand out penalties here and there. They're the one controlling this race. We're here producing the race, so you guys can watch them. So sometimes our jobs ain't easy either, but here we are. Green flag's back out in the air here on lap 83, Alan.
18 laps to go. Jonathan Casepier, Michael Matta. Wow, hello. Hey, Derek Wayman says, got room? Maybe, maybe not. But here comes Justin Lewis on the inside, and he's bringing Johnny Wood Jr. Your top 2 points are working together on that inside line.
Outside line, getting that run that they need. 96 got a little squirrely right there. 3 wide with this 44 Steven Johnson coming down the front straightaway.
3 wide, Quaffle, Johnson. Throw Tristan Love into the mix there. Wow. Austin Call right behind him there. As these guys are getting aggressive. And I tell you what, these guys are on their game tonight. As Tristan Love is gonna go ahead and he goes, you know what? I'll go ahead and take over the 9th position. Waffle outside the top 10 for the first time tonight with 60 laps to go. We got trouble. Whoa, we got a big mess.
Oh no!
And that's
That was
gonna
39.
That's gonna bring out the 4th caution for Gauze. Isaac Love. Let's see what happened there. This calamity's already happening. And let's do this. Let's go to Justin Lewis. Nope. We are going to go to. Oh, where is he? Michael Matta. We're going to run this back. And this is mayhem that had just started. Here we go, right here. So Michael Matta is drafting off of the 6 car, gets him out of shape, and then hangs a right, gets into Derek Wegman there. And then you got a big pileup on I-75 that everybody's trying to avoid calamity as he saves Atlanta Motor Speedway a ton of money on their landscaping bill, taking the slide for live. Brett Wood said that's a fact. JD Wood. Tanner Montejoy saying let's go 750, bring it home. So we'd like to thank everybody in the youtube.com live chat. Give us a like, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so every time you can see us live here on SRM. And Daniel, you know, we'd like to thank everybody for making SRM and the Sunday Cup League your entertainment destination here tonight.
I agree. I mean, we have a lot of shows going on. We have a show every night besides Friday nights. So it's a pretty busy week here on Sim Racing Media from Monday through Sunday here with producers and commentators getting all set up for every week. And you really do have to have guts to continue to do this every week in, week out. You got to have the time to do it. But I know our wonderful Jonathan Leach and Mike Damoni. They put on a great company. So if you want to join commentating, you can. It's really fun for us. You get to learn new stuff every broadcast. And you see stuff that you might not see every day. I'll say that here on iRacing.
But look, we got 13 laps to go here in this one right now, and you know, I'd be remiss to say that we have a brand new race. But right now,
brand new race. I mean, this is it. I think that everybody's going to start getting the anxiety ramped up. I think this is what I was trying to mention earlier on in this broadcast. I mean, this is the time where you're going to start seeing aggressive pushing.
Right now, we got 13 laps to go. Your point leader, Johnny Wood Jr., is running in that 4th position. Right now, your 2nd place driver in points, he's all the way back there in no man's land there in 14th position. Right where he started at. So right now, as it stands, all Johnny Wood Jr. has to do is finish the race. And essentially finish in the top 5. Now, he could be an overachiever and go ahead and just, you know what, I'll just go ahead and win this race. You got that too. But here we are, doubled up right behind the iRacing.com pace car as he makes a hard left turn. Kyle Campbell on the button here as we get ready to go green flag racing through the Geico restart zone. We are down and away, 13 laps to go, 12 when we cross the line. We're back to racing here as Adam Brady is in that 2nd position right behind Kyle Campbell. We've got 12 laps to go left here in the season, 37. We're on board with Adam Brady here. Let's take a look at his dashboard right now. He's doing 183 into the corners, barely just burping the throttle there as he is working the back bumper of Kyle Campbell, like going out of style. There's 11 laps to go. Got Austin Hall, who's driving around the Spring, Texas. And it's a tale of 2 tapes as you know, Austin Call is on the inside line, is essentially the fuel page. There we go, Josh Hill, the Chief Cook and Bottle Washer here at Sun SCL and driver on the Warrensville, North Carolina. And he is working that inside line right behind Austin Call in that F-Flag Toyota number 18 car. If you see right there, Josh Hill has to back off the throttle just a little bit so he doesn't bump Austin Call in the wrong place.
Wrong place, wrong time, right?
Well, I certainly believe in that, and it looks like Carson Quaffle has entered the pit lane. I don't know what happened there. It looks like he might be calling it a night, maybe, or coming down for his pit services. Ooh, he got some damage there. Let's see what happened there. We go back on board. 7 laps to go. Kyle Campbell still your race leader, and Johnny Wood Jr. not even buzzed out of the top 5.
Correct.
So we come down to 6 laps to go. Daniel, 6 laps left in the season here. We got a half a dozen laps to run, and I believe that Carson will fall a lap down to the race leaders by, nonetheless, here we got Adam Brady, Adam Lowe there in that number 58 car, third in line. Does Austin Call steal one? So we got 5 flanges in the air, 5 laps to go. Joshua Hill back there in that 5th position on the inside line, trying to help Austin Call. Here comes Joshua Yarbrough though, in that number 7 spot. He's up 14 position. As Jonathan Caspear is working his way back up to the front. And Johnny Wood Jr. is kind of backed up to Caspear there to try to get a good bump there. We are working 4 laps to go. Justin Lewis back there in a group all by himself. And it looks like Carson Quaffle is back on track there in that number 96 car. We got 3 laps to go. This is where the most action is on the racetrack. Popsicle sticks are in the air. Kyle Campbell has this one pretty much sewed up here. I say that, and then here comes Adam Lowe to the inside. Do we see another photo finish? They come out of 3. Come down the back straightaway. Come into 3. Out of 4. As we got... Oh boy, Adam Lowe just had a moment. Kyle Campbell takes the white flag. And there in that 03 car. Adam Brady there in that 21 car. Johnny Wood Jr. Oh, hang on, boys. 3 wide. Here comes Chad Caspear shooting it up the middle. Oh, he's going to turn the 03 car. It doesn't matter. We're coming to white flag. Austin Call will win here in Atlanta. And we got cars everywhere. Wow. Daniel, have you ever?
No, I never.
Okay. Austin Hall takes the win tonight. Joshua Hill will finish second. Adam Brady will finish third. Johnny Wood Jr. will finish fourth. And rounding out your top five will be Barrett Flo. As we just had Calamity on the last lap. And wow, we're gonna, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and take a look at that last lap there.
Break it down.
Here we go. Let's go ahead and run that back. Here, and here's the last lap, Daniel. So here we are coming out of 2. Down the back straightaway. Johnny Wood Jr. gets on the wall. He bump drafts Kyle Campbell there. Adam Brady and Austin Carr are working together. And then you just have all kinds of chaos as Adam Brady checks up. And then next thing you know, Jonathan K-Spear is saving Atlanta Motor Speedway a ton of money on their landscaping bill. But nonetheless, winning the battle is Austin Call, but winning the war is Johnny Wood Jr. And Daniel, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and get our race winner up here into the booth. If you don't mind. Maybe. Daniel, you got us? I think, I don't know where Daniel went to, but he's not here. He might be, though. There he is. Austin, Call, this is Alan and Daniel up in the SRM booth. How's it going, bud?
Pretty good.
Hey, look, so what a run that you had there on that last lap. Take us through that last and final lap there as we're coming to checkers.
Well, I mean, coming to the white flag, I was just pushing Adam as much as I could. Unfortunately, I guess I hit him in the wrong spot and never want to dump someone out of the way. But that's what ended up happening. And then just from there was push whoever was in front of me. I think it was Adam, and they turned themselves on the outside, and I snuck past. And I mean, I think this is my first time winning multiple races in a season, so I'll take it.
Yeah, so you won that race there, and you know, it's kind of funny because when you won at Nashville Fairgrounds, you had the Spirit car, you had the Spirit Airlines car, and now you win it with Aflac.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, good run tonight. You know, you won the battle, but you know, what's the plans in the off season here as you gear up for the next season?
I'm definitely gonna take a bit of a break from iRacing. I mean, I almost didn't run today. I've just been a bit burned out. So I mean, just taking a break, come back, and I mean, this is my best season, like by far in SCL, or at least in Cup, my best season. So come back, build on this next season, and maybe come out with a championship this time instead of third place.
Well, look, man. Before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Well, I mean, I gotta thank, obviously, I gotta thank my teammates, Max, Justin. I mean, it sucks that Justin didn't get the championship, but got a bit turned. Todd, Trevor, and Josh Flynn today. And then usually, sometimes Eric Schaus, but he wasn't in our Discord today. Gotta thank my family. They let me do this stuff. I don't know if my dad's watching right now. He's probably watching playoff hockey. And then I gotta thank my grandma. I know she's watching, or probably is.
Well, look, man. I don't know what team you guys root for, but my beloved St. Louis Blues will just use the same excuse as last year's. Hopefully next year, maybe.
My dad's a Hurricanes fan, so he's living pretty nice. I'm a Jets fan, so we're okay. But and then I got one more person.
Oh, you're good.
Josh Hill for pushing me pretty well. Although we couldn't get up to the front, just him and I. But yeah.
Hey, nonetheless, good run tonight, and take some time off, regroup, and we'll see you next season.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. And that is Austin. Unfortunately, I do not have the permissions to move people in and out, as my partner has went to no man's land.
I'll let them know. I'll let them know.
Well, yeah, I'm looking for Josh.
Wait, who do you want next?
I'm looking for Josh next, anyway. So.
All right, I'll tell him.
The things that you go through here on. There's Daniel.
Sorry, my internet was wacky, but I'm back.
Nonetheless, Josh Hill, this is Daniel and Alan up in the SRM booth. How's it going, my man?
Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
It's going good.
Daniel, you get Joshua, so.
Oh, okay.
There's my interview.
All right, well, Joshua, season comes to an end once again here for SCL Winston Cup Series, finishing runner-up to Austin Call. Not bad. What's your expectations for next season? And tell us, how was it tonight? How was the car? How was the draft?
It wasn't bad. I hung out at the back a lot of the time. I kind of lost the draft during the first bit of the race. And then just tried to stay in the back sort of by my time. About 20 laps to go there. I came in, got some fresh tires. Tried to make my way up to the front. I did try to make my way up to the front there on the bottom, which kind of sucked. I did help out Austin Call a little bit. Hopefully he appreciated it. And then there was that wreck at the end there, and everybody went scattering. I jumped to the bottom, got around it. Didn't realize that Maxwell was a lap down and tried to pass him. I should have maybe pushed him, but either way, good finish. Happy for it.
All right. And what's your expectations going into the new season for SCL?
Don't have a ton of expectations. I did get a win this year, so I was happy about that. Just try and rack up some more good finishes. Have a good season for everybody.
All right. And do you have anybody you would like to thank here tonight from Atlanta?
Definitely all my teammates. Adam Lowe, Adam Brady, Barrett, Isaac, Tristan. We had a bunch of them tonight. Kyle Campbell, Caden Quapple. All the boys. Thanks for all the help, and mainly just somebody to talk to during the race. But they help me out as much as I can.
So,
And,
Josh, real quick, Josh, before we let you go, having Caden in the field, what does that do for your field? Does that kind of ramp up the competitiveness, knowing that they have a driver of Quapple's ability in the race with you guys?
Yeah, it's nice to have the real-time guys. Kyle Campbell drives in the Cars Tour. We've had quite a few people like that, high-profile people before. National champion Connor Hall, Cup driver Corey Heim, a couple guys that I've met through the racing industry that come in here and race with us, and it's kind of cool to be able to race against them sometimes, and should help the broadcast a little bit too, I guess.
Well, hey, low key, I think, look, I live 2 towns over from Kenny Wallace, so maybe we can start working on Kenny.
Get the Herminator in here.
Get the get the Herminator in here. No, but and real quick before we let you go, I don't want to get all sappy on you, but we just appreciate you having us here at SRM as a voice of your of Sunday Cup League, and look forward to many more seasons left with you guys, and we just want to thank you for having us. And I know it's not an easy thing to put on, so we just want to show our appreciation to you guys.
Yep, thanks guys, and hopefully when you interview Adam Brady, he'll have something nice to say about me.
We'll force it out of him.
All right, thank you guys.
Yep. Daniel Paulus is going to get him down too. And I got Adam Brady. Adam, it is Alan and Daniel up in the SRM booth. How's it going, bud?
That's great, man. How are y'all?
Well, I don't want to alarm you, but the boss man's listening, so. But anyways, 3rd place, not too bad. For Atlanta, it looked like you were there at the end. So take us through that last lap as we actually had calamity to sort of kind of ensue.
Well, I mean, last lap, pretty much rules are off, right? So, it was just go where you can. And I saw the 750 get around on my outside, so I took it low to get in front of Austin and push real hard and get in a 3, and just that's how it goes on the last lap, racing hard and got a little loose and ended up 3rd. Not mad. Just about patience.
Yeah, so, here we are at the end of season 37. What's the plans for the off season? We gonna take a break, or we gonna go find a different series to run in?
Nah, me and the boys will stay running together somehow, some way, and come back here and do it all over again.
Without a doubt. Well, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank to help get you here tonight?
I mean, the 92, the 58, shoot, like basically everybody from BSE. I don't know about this tune car guy. He's in alright, I guess.
the old boss man.
Yeah, no, seriously, shout out to Race Control. Shout out to you guys for doing this. It's awesome. Thanks.
Well, Adam, once again, congratulations on a great season and the podium victory. And hopefully we'll be talking to you on many more podiums. But with that being said, have a good night and have a great off season.
Yeah, y'all too. Thank you. Josh, you suck.
And Daniel, as we get these guys down to their room, down to their chat, so let's go ahead and bring in our season 37 champion, and that would be Johnny Wood Jr. Maybe, if he's still here.
Well, let's see if we can bring in Johnny Wood Jr. here. If I see him, where is he? I can't find him, Alan.
Unless he just...
I do not see him at all.
Well, he must have got a head start on celebrating that championship. So, unfortunately...
Nope, nowhere to be found.
He is MIA. But with that being said... With that being said there, Daniel, we're going to go ahead and run down our final finishing order tonight here, as always here on SRM. Austin Call coming away with the victory here tonight. Joshua Taylor Hill, the cook, chief cook and bottle washer here at SCL. Adam Brady finishes 3rd and rounds out your podium. Johnny Wood Jr. wins the war here tonight. Comes home away with the top 4 and your points lead in Winston Championship. Barrett Flo finishes 5th and rounding out your top 5. Andrew McKenzie will finish in that 6th spot. Derek Wegman finishes in that 7th position. Jonathan Casebeer finishes 8th. Nassar Navarrete finishes 9th. Adam Lowe finishes 10th. Joshua Yarborough finishing 11th. Finishing 12th will be Justin Lewis. Trevor Dalton finishes 13th. Steven Johnson finishes 14th. Todd Merkel comes home 15th. Kyle Campbell comes home in the 16th spot. Michael Matta comes home in that 17th finishing spot. As we go through the rest of your lineup here, finishing 19th will be Brandon Knoyer, as Caden Quaffle finishes 20th. Maxwell Caldwell finishes 21st. Ronnie Hurst finishes in that 22nd spot. Tristan Love finishes 23rd. 24th is Josh Flynn. Eric Schaus and Blake Maydew rounds out your field as they were race control here tonight. Or actually, they weren't race control. They did not make the call. With that being said, Daniel, as we close out this wonderful season here at Sunday Cup League, final thoughts before we close out the show here tonight.
Well, there's really nothing much to say. Congratulations to Austin and Call on the win here in the season finale for the SCL Winston Cup Series. Another season in the books. Congratulations to Johnny Wood Jr. on the championship. And, take it day by day, but now we're going to pack our bags and see where we're going to go next here. Don't know if it's going to be SCL or not, but I think it's going to be a good league.
Hey,
so I'm just excited to see what happens.
You remember how we couldn't find Johnny Wood Jr.? I found Johnny Wood Jr.
Where?
Trash Can Racing.
Bruh. Where is he?
Trash Can Racing. We're gonna bring our points.
Do we want to attempt?
Yes. He's our points leader.
Well, let's see if we can bring in our champion here. Sorry, guys. Looks like we just found him, but Johnny Wood Jr. It's Daniel and Alan in the booth. You got us.
As we try. If you don't succeed, try again, right?
Yeah. Johnny Wood Jr. It's Daniel and Alan in the SRM booth. You got us. I'm gonna have to say it's a no.
All right. Well, he's gonna celebrate. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out as we wrap up another season here of the Sunday Cup League. And on behalf of Daniel Paulus Jr., I'm Alan Bergen, and I would love to thank everybody for coming out here tonight and watching the race from your phones and in your homes. But as the late great Tony Trapasso always says, please, as you walk through life, don't play in traffic. Good night.